everybody. I hope that you're all well on this lovely sunny Wednesday. My name is Donna Calendar, for those of you guys who don't know me. And every week I come on here and I talk to you guys about all things social. And today is no different. What we're doing today is we are going to look at captions. So by captions, what I mean is basically the bit of content. So if you look at, say, a Facebook post or maybe an Instagram post, something like that, then what you see is on the main bit will be an image or a video, and then you've got the little bit on the other side, and that basically is the caption. So what we're going to do today is talk about basically how you write the content. What kind of inspiration can you take from some of the brands that we have today, and then looking at, I guess, how you can translate that for your business. So the first little chunk we're going to cover today is how to use humor to drive engagement through your content. So how to kind of write maybe humor into your posts, how you can essentially, like basically, I always talk about hitting people in the funnies or hitting people in the feels, and this is about hitting people in the funnies a little bit. We are going to talk about how captions are not just for posts, and looking at how you can add captions into your images as well, and why that's so important. We are going to look at being quite clever, so thinking about your brand and how you can bring your brand alive through your captions as well. We're looking at how you need to make content taggable and the best way of doing that in your captions, and then adding value as well. So one of the things that I wanted to mention today is if you are looking for further inspiration for your posts, then what you can do is you can go to our dashboard. Let's see if it does it here. You can go to our dashboard, and we have a new AI tool if you've not seen it yet. And on the AI tool, what there is basically it's content inspiration. So it basically, the Maybe platform, what it does is it learns more about your business, what works for it, what doesn't work for it, and gives you suggestions on a regular basis. So it tells you what your best posts are. It tells you how you're performing next to maybe a competitor. And then what we have also added in is the ability to get some content inspiration based on the type of business that you are, and what we understand, or what the platform understands your business to, or what works for your customers in terms of their engagement and that kind of thing. So that always takes a little second when you're doing this on Zoom. So how it works is, as you can see, you've got the normal sort of dashboard here for most of you guys who would know this. And then what I would ask it to do is to give me some inspiration. So for example, I'm teaching you guys today a little bit about how to write captions, but actually you might not even know what to start with in terms of content. So I am going to use the AI tool to inspire me to come up with some ideas based on, it might be a national day, it might be content for the whole week, and basically it literally does like physically help you write content for your entire week just by using the platform. So what I'll do is I'll just show you what that might look like. So here on the bottom right, the little AI button pops up, and then I've written inspire me. And then it says here, tap to get started. And then it says with your brands, tone of voice in mind, reviewing past content, list forthcoming national days and holidays, and suggest captivating posts with emojis, engaging questions, and relevant hashtags. It tells me it's going to give me a minute, and then it literally gives me a list of posts that I can use for, so say I might be, I don't know, I might be a baker. It will understand that I'm a baker. It will understand what kind of posts have worked for me before, and then it will give me content based on any national days of the week. So it might be National Baking Day, it might be National Picnic Day, that kind of thing was coming up. It will then write me posts. So it's just a little idea. So if you're stuck at all for ideas for content, even if you don't need it to write it, based on obviously the fact that I'm talking about that today, then what you might do is be able to use this to give you some inspiration for what kind of content that you want to write. Now, as always, guys, if you've got any questions on anything, please just pop it in the Q&A because that's what it's there for. So I'll try and answer as best I can. So the reason why we do this is 79.1% of consumers in the UK spend over an hour on social media a day, and only 19% of businesses have active social media accounts. So we basically want to bridge that gap. We want to connect more businesses with people, because that's where they are on social. And we help over 25,000 businesses get more out of social, with a way to compare social media performance with any other business, as I was just talking about there. We give you all the social media tools and insights to make you use social media more effectively. And we give you access to expert resources and training to help you communicate better. So I'm just going to get cracking now, guys, because I've got loads to cover today. So as I said right at the beginning, just in case you missed it, for anyone who's just come on, so we are talking about captions today. So we're talking about this little thing here. So when you have maybe an image, it is what is next to that image. It is what comes under that image, and that is the caption. So really, an image is great. An image stops you from scrolling through and scrolling past, but actually what is going to keep my attention, it is the bit of content. So this is Innocent. We feature their social media quite a lot because, do you know what, guys? It's just really, really good. They're just really good at social, and they're good at social because ultimately, what do they want to sell? They want to sell their drinks, right? They're obviously a drinks brand, smoothies, that sort of thing. And they don't really use their social media all that often to talk about their actual drinks. They do it to talk about their they do it to talk about things like their their branding. Sorry, I don't know why this is taking so long to work. Anyway, I'll go back to this post here. So what they do is they have their brand here, and then they use it here to talk about what is going on in their day. So they use it to talk about their staff. They use it to show off what their staff are doing. But actually what they use Facebook for is just a bit of fun. So here you can see, sorry, I don't know why that wasn't working, guys. What you can see here is they've got hello everyone, that also forgot to turn off their work alarm this morning. So that was on May the 29th. Bear in mind that we've had like 1,000 bank holidays in the last month. It was for the people who forgot to turn off their work alarm. And this had 1,500 engagements. By engagements, what we mean is likes, comments, and shares. So 267 comments and 49 shares. Now, they didn't do some big elaborate image. What they've done is they've focused on the caption. So for me, it is all about the fact that they are very quick, and they have short, snappy captions as a real way of actually capturing people's attention. That is what, for them, it is all about. So let me go in to see if I can finally see their captions. There you go. So hello to everyone that also forgot to turn off their work alarm. And here you can see, hello, here is a reminder to everyone applicable who did remember, but now must remember to reset every day. So they're a top fan. And then they've written underneath saying that saves us posting tonight, Christine. And that said 22 people enjoy that. And then other people responded back saying, when your cat is your alarm clock and there's no such thing as a lion, I turned the alarm off, but forgot to tell my body clock. And then if you've seen here, they've written back to every single person. That takes time. But the point is that is what's created the engagement. That is what's made Facebook go, oh, people are really liking this content. I'm just going to push it up there and show everybody what engaging content looks like. So sometimes it doesn't have to be about the image. Sometimes it is quite literally thinking about where people are. So going back to thinking about your reason for doing content, what do you want it to achieve? Now, I don't know which businesses are on here today, and I would love to know, so please feel free to pop it in the Q&A. But when you're thinking about content, what do you want your content to do? What is your reason for being? I literally spoke to a company about this yesterday. Why are you posting on social? What do you want people to do off the back of it? Now, they don't want people to they obviously want people to buy their drinks, but they need to engage with people so that generally they're not going to sell a drink off the back of this. But the next time I'm in a fridge, I might remember Innocent because I now follow them because they always create fun content. Does that make sense? It is all about creating a caption or a piece of content that works for your target customers. Everyone's their target customers, really. You know, it's parents, kids, anybody. But really, this is about meeting people where they are. So think about what is coming up in the next few weeks. Do we have any other bank holidays coming up? Hopefully not, because it's been a bit mad. We do have the summer holidays coming up, so I can guarantee you the innocent, because again, a lot of their target market is parents, they will be writing captions like this. They will write captions that are all around their, I don't know, like, you know, how do you entertain your children during the day? And they'll probably have some of their staff running around, like, you know, their HQ with kids and things like that, because that's just what they do. It is all about meeting people where they are, and something as simple as, did you forget to turn off your work alarm this morning, has managed to get them 1,500 engagements. So whilst it doesn't sell a drink today, it is all about brand awareness and brand repetition and brand recall. So think about content like that. Sometimes it is something funny to you, it's something clever to you, it's something maybe a bit sarcastic, it might be tongue-in-cheek, but the whole point is that it is about it's a caption that captures people's attention and makes me want to tag someone in. So that's what this is all about, guys. So it's super, super simple when it comes to innocent. Okay. So guys, Facebook is taking ages to load today. Hopefully Instagram will be a bit easier. Right, this is tails.com. Now, I featured them, I'm sure it was a few weeks ago actually, because their content's just great. But tails.com. So here, let's see if this works, guys. Come on Instagram, be a bit faster. So what they like to do is, because they have to engage pet owners, right? So tails.com, I buy my dog food from them because I think I probably see their social media all the time. It sticks in my brain, which is why I went to them over anybody else. So that's what really, like, this is all about. It's about brand awareness. Look, it's their shop window. So here, this is tails.com. They have to sell their dog food to dog owners. And here the caption is me uncrosses my legs on the sofa, my dog, and that is what the dog says. So I'm packed and ready. Where are we going? Now, this, first of all, they've used a really, really cute picture of a dog. So anybody is going to look at that. I mean, I've got an insane Cocker Spaniel and I look at that and I think it's really super sweet. And I can also imagine doing exactly the same thing. Quite literally, when I was coming upstairs today, I stood up from the seat in the kitchen to bring my laptop up, and the dog went nuts because he thought he was going out. And sadly, he wasn't going out. So it's that exact face, the exact sort of facial expression, the crazy hair, all that kind of thing, just really reminded me of my dog. And that is kind of the point. So whilst I didn't laugh out loud at this, the point is it made me go, oh, God, that's so Bucky. And that is exactly what the point is. So sometimes you can have the caption here, which is, you know, me doing X, dog doing that. And then the actual main caption, I guess, you know, the punchline, if you like, is actually on the image. Now, the other way for them to, and look at her, everyone's loving it, like, you know, it, such a gorgeous dog. Now, what I like about this is the other way of doing it is this. So it is using memes from other people and repurposing them. So this is like a really famous meme. It has been all over social media. This is her very heavily pregnant. And she's holding up a sign. And all everyone has done is take that sign and they have redone the caption. So here it says, with the tails.com subscription, we remember all the small things for you. And this is obviously her going, you know, the idea would be, you know, at the TV going, Travis, did you order the dog food? Now, I've seen people use this for, you know, Instagram managers use this. I have seen people use it who are personal trainers. I've seen people using it to talking about, I don't know, like female empowerment. So many people have used this image and all they've done is superimpose some writing over it. So that's the other way of doing a caption on an image, is that you, rather than recreating the image, you literally take this and then it's literally just putting it into Canva or something like that and just changing the wording on it. Or obviously resharing this if you were, say, I don't know, a supermarket or somebody that sold dog food. But the idea is seeing things like that that are popular, that you think, oh my God, I could totally do something with this. match the caption to the caption in the image, and you are sorted. It is shareable, it is taggable. As you can see, people have gone, well, this one is really good. This is so good, haha, brilliant, 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 brilliant. People have absolutely loved that. That got 500 likes. I think the other one got over 1,000. So it just shows you there's different ways of doing it, but those are the two kind of options, I guess, that you've got with the caption versus the caption on the image. Okay. Aldi. Now, we love Aldi on here. We absolutely love Aldi on here because they are hilarious when it comes to their social. Right, let's see if Facebook's going to work for me, team. If not, then we will go back and we will go straight back to looking at it on here. It is just not happy today. It's just typical, isn't it? Technology. Now, Aldi, they are awesome at doing social. Now, the reason why they're awesome is because they are great at taking the mickey out of themselves. Aldi have been the butt of many jokes. Aldi have also made other supermarkets the butt of many jokes. This is just what they do. They are funny on social. So here, they have done a little dodgy looking spreadsheet, to be honest. I just think it was quite funny. So this was rent on budget, bills on budget, food, power tools, kayaks, egg chairs, inflatable dinosaurs, all under budget. So, and then lawyers' fees over budget. Now, what this is if you know Aldi, this is, this would be like, say your spreadsheet, right? And then the idea is that all these things are things that they sell at Aldi. So, you've got the middle aisle at Aldi. Everybody knows the middle aisle. It is full of many useful things and many less useful things. And yeah, so you might get a kayak one day, you might get a power tool another day, you might get an inflatable dinosaur. My daughter made me buy some weird bear from there the other day. It just is. So the idea is they're under budget. Lawyers' fees, the idea is they are over budget because they have to spend quite a lot on lawyers because they do things like this all the time and they take the mickey out of themselves, they get themselves into hot water, and they had a massively famous court case with M&S because of a caterpillar cake, which I won't go into again. We have done this to death, but please Google it if you don't know what it is. But here you can see, so that is the image. That would make you go, what are they on about? And then it said 50 likes, and we'll drop the link to our personalized spreadsheet. PS, it's color coded. Hashtag Aldi admin does admin. So I absolutely love this because this got 20,000 engagements. 20,000 for a funny looking spreadsheet that anybody could have knocked up, that actually, if you think about in terms of purposing, anybody could take this as an idea and do it themselves. So this could be that you're, I don't know, a mum focused brand, for example, and you put all the things together, like, I don't know, massively over budget on all your kids' stuff, and then under budget on, I don't know, life, sleep, things like that. So anybody could do this as a concept, but actually what I liked was the idea that 50 likes. So to get 50 likes on this, we are going to drop our link to our personalized spreadsheet. PS, it's color coded. And then they quite literally have done the Google Doc and put it in there for anybody that wants to just have a bit of a giggle. Why not? Let's do this. It's just them taking the mickey. It's a bit of fun. It's a 20,000 engagements. And why it's funny is actually the hashtag, to me, is funny because it's Aldi admin does admin. So their admin team are the ones that are obviously administering their Facebook page and their Instagram. And they're the ones that tend to get them under hot water. And they're the ones that tend to take the mickey out of all the other brands. So this is them doing their admin. Say they're over budget on lawyers' fees, so it's just funny. But basically the idea is they're establishing the fact that they are meant to be an inexpensive brand. They are cost effective, inexpensive. That's kind of what they're meant to be. But now, naturally, what you'll find is a lot of these replies back on this were people moaning, because this is just what happens, guys, sometimes. So it is just things like people are saying that they're going to go back to Tesco and Sainsbury's because they both batch their prices. People are moaning about food deliveries and things like that. But you know what? Aldi do actually respond back to most of them. And actually, some of the other people were going back and kind of like almost back and forthing with each other. And this is just what happens with social media, guys. A lot of the things that happen here are, you know, you put up something knowing that if it's controversial and a little bit funny and a little bit tongue-in-cheek, sometimes people are going to complain. And Facebook is notorious for this. So do bear in mind that anything you post on Facebook can sometimes attract a bit of negativity, and once one starts, another one starts. So you've got to bear in mind that if you are going to do things like this, just bear in mind that, you know, you have to be ready to respond back to people. You have to be ready to get involved, or you just have to have a bit of a thick skin and be quite happy that, you know what, all these people have shopped with you at some point. It's got 20,000 engagements. That's 20,000 engagements. Anybody who's engaged in this will now get an alert to say that someone else has commented and someone else has commented and someone else has commented. So that is only going to expose their brand to more people. And guess what? More people will flock to their Facebook page. So it's that whole, once people are having a bit of a whinge, as long as it's managed, it just means that you are, I guess, you're being seen by more people. And guess what? It's going to be, you're going to be front of mind for people. So just a little word of warning, but honestly, I just love Aldi. They're just so good with their social. It's great. People have just written like, I adore Aldi's marketing team because they're great. This is how you use user-generated content to create your captions. So this is Quorn, and what they've done here, oops, sorry guys, what they've done here is, so they have been tagged by, like, say, a random customer, right? They've been tagged in by a random customer, and that is this. So they've taken a screenshot of what the Instagram quote or post was, which says, right, who is wifing me so that I can create a wedding buffet comprised entirely of Quorn cocktail sausages, aka this person has written this because they love Quorn cocktail sausages and because they do platters of Quorn, and they have tagged in Quorn. The Quorn marketing team have seen that they've been tagged into this, and then they have decided to reuse it. So literally they've created this little like image here, and in the background they've overlaid it with their, you know, party platter, and then they put here, looks like a proposal is on the cards, may as well get planning the wedding whilst they're £1.40 club card price, and then they've done the little funny emojis. Tag a friend that would do this, and then they have added the person who did it in the first place. So it might be just a customer, it might be somebody who's, you know, I don't know, like a food blogger, or it might just be somebody who absolutely loves Quorn. The whole point is they've been tagged into something, they thought it was funny, they thought this is a good way of us really promoting our kind of like party platters, if you like. So let's just recreate it as an image and then take the mickey out of it here. So, you know, asking people to tag a friend is the bit that is going to be the bit that gets people engaged. So, you know, it's a 316 likes, but it has had lots of responses. So here you've got Quorn, I'm demanding a full pie range for this autumn. Cheers, I'm going to need picnic eggs too. Lots of people tagged in friends going, ha ha ha, this is so you. So they'll be tagging in, say, any of their veggie friends, things like that, because yeah, they just thought they absolutely love it, for example. So it is a good way of taking a tag and then turning it into content yourself, and then thinking about how you can spice up the caption a little bit. Would be, does this resonate with you? Tag a friend who would do this. Making sure you've got emojis in there, and actually saying that their £1.40 club card price is a link back to Tesco. And actually could have tagged them in. I wonder why they didn't. Anyway, but the idea is that yes, they have created a caption or a piece of content out of something that's user generated, and then they've almost collaborated with it without realizing. So yeah, it's really, really good and really clever. Ryanair. So we featured these guys because, do you know what? They're even more, would I say, even more controversial than Aldi? They are, because they tend to get political. And they also really, really poke fun at themselves. So here we go. So this is a reel that they have done because they use memes on everything. All over their social media, they use memes, and the memes are usually like, I'm trying to say which one's funnier. It's usually their caption that's funnier than their meme, but basically a bit like Aldi, they've got an admin team and they are very aware that flying Ryanair a lot of the time, whilst it is cheaper, less expensive, it annoys a lot of people. People get irritated, you know, like they do with anything. People might get irritated with, say, queuing. People might get irritated with flights being cancelled because that's just what happens. But because they're a budget airline, they take the mickey out of themselves because people take the mickey out of their branding. People take the mickey out of loads of things. And so they just go, screw it, I'll just write memes. I'll just do memes. So this is them using one of their memes. No, I don't need to carry a carry-on, pack light. Here's some of the other ones. How it feels when you pay for priority boarding. You feel like a king. That got 11,500 engagements. They're taking the mickey out of the fact that the Ryanair is low cost era because Taylor Swift is releasing a new album, which is her eras. And then this one was, why would anybody follow an airline? So this is people standing there queuing as their flight is, or they're arriving. I'm assuming some of them are a bit annoyed. And the idea is that is in quotation marks because somebody wrote, why would anyone follow an airline on social media? And they're right, why would anybody follow an airline on social media? And the reason why is because of this. They've got 1 million followers. They've got 1 billion followers. And they've got that because they are hilarious. They're hilarious. Look, catch flights, not feelings, with Europe's #1 airlines. That's just what they do. Catch a flight with us, boom, you're gone. Like, they're not claiming to be anything more than what they are. So all of their captions are this. So they take the mickey with the memes and then their captions are here. Can admin get a raise now, please? And then people have written like, yeah, buddy, everyone knows that Ryanair admin is elite. This post hits harder than your landings. The moment when an airline page posts funnier memes than other ones out there. I hate flying with you, but your marketing is the best. I support your raise. Charge us for the toilets if you must. Almost makes me want to fly Ryanair. Almost. Give the admin a raise. Best airline account ever. Do you see what I mean? So this is a business that understands the value of social media for them. It is the fact that no matter what, 1 million people now follow them. So whether you like them or loathe them, it doesn't matter. It is, they are always front of mind for people because people are talking about their crazy Instagram post, or, you know, them commented on the royal family on Twitter or whatever else it is that they've done. They do it. Everything is tongue in cheek. They are prepared for any backlash. And actually, people just like it. So sometimes when you think about your caption, think about how you can make your caption pop. So this caption is funny, but actually it's the real, the real makes it. So it's the two of them combined. So remember, when you're thinking about your content and what you want to do, you can be simple. It can just be taking the mickey a little bit. So I think what they do are they're just really good at playing on negative comments and giving everyone a reason to love them. So even if you hate flying with them, you'll follow them anyway and you'll talk about them anyway. And that's kind of what social media is all about. Really different here is Huel. So Instagram seems to be going much quicker today, guys. So the reason why Huel do really, really well on social is actually because of the value that they give. So Huel is a really lovely sort of like protein blend, supplement blend. And what they've done here is they've created a little reel, and it is how to make the most delicious smoothie. And obviously it would be with their product in with 4 ingredients. So let's have a little look. So here it is, simple is always better. They've done a little winky emoji and their little strawberry, 1 cup of strawberries, 1 cup of ice, 200 mils of milk, and then 1 scoop of their strawberries and cream. And then you can add in the whipped cream if you like. But people loved it because it is simple. It is giving me, if I'm already a Huel fan, it gives me an idea on what I can do with my Huel. It is, if I am not already a Huel fan, it might make me want to buy it because that actually looks really delicious. But the idea is that it is all about building up content that that makes you want to use the product. And usually that is built with tips. So you'll see quite a lot of what they do is things like that. So here, it's another one. That looked delicious. Oh, I'd love that for breakfast. That looks yummy. Right, so how do you make your hero? Frozen fruit is a delicious hack. It's often cheaper at the store and kind of more nutrients than fresh. Blend up this combo and let us know what you think. And there you go. They've popped in all of their ingredients. And then what's really funny is that people have written how messy that was. But that's fine, because guess what? People are talking. So that's kind of my point, is that people got engaged, people got talking. So other people loved, say, the strawberry one, but maybe that one people are moaning that it is it's too messy. But the point is, they're chucking it all in a thing and they're giving you tips on how to use it. So if you are thinking about, say you have products that you can use together, or you can do recipes, or you can show how to do things, make sure you do make it as easy as that to kind of see and understand. Because no matter what, that got 186 comments on it, because people are, you know, they're getting a vibe from it, they're liking it, loathing it, whatever, but they've made it easy for me to do. I would then also, do you remember the other thing that people sometimes forget is you can create collections. So it is posts that I like, and a lot of people save recipes, save how-to guides for how to do things, and they save them here. So if you want people to save your thing as a collection, whether, I don't know, you work in well-being or beauty or fashion or hair or anything like that, you want them to save that to their collection. So to do that, you need to give them the detail. So giving away content, or giving away tips for your content, sorry, is one of the best ways of actually keeping engagement going, because people are more likely to tag in a friend, people are more likely to save it to their collection. Well done, Hugh. Now, let's have a wee look at some of the content that is in our content calendar for the next few weeks, because every week we look at the national days that are coming up. So we have loads coming up, actually. I know that I'm planning some for some of my clients. We're looking at things like National Picnic Week, which is coming up in August. So still a little bit away, but you know, something that quite a lot of businesses can get involved in. So I am going to look at, since we're here, let's have a wee look at August, actually, because we've looked at June and July quite a lot. Because really what you want to be doing is thinking about your content as far in advance as you can. But if you can't, then obviously go onto the Maybe platform, and then it'll have in your content schedule, it'll have it for the whole week. But basically this calendar here is something that we populated, and now we've integrated with the Maybe system anyway, but it just makes life easier because it's all there. So there's a brilliant one. World Breastfeeding Week is a cracking one if you are breastfeeding friendly, if you're a shopping centre, if you are a place, if you are a cafe, a deli, if you are anything to do with well-being and you promote something to mums, and this is something that anybody can get behind ultimately. But basically it's promoting World Breastfeeding Week. It's set every August for the first 7 days of the month, and it's to highlight the huge benefits breastfeeding can bring to both health and welfare of babies, as well as the wider push for maternal health. So obviously it is a national event, but also it does tend to bring up a lot of controversial conversations, because a lot of people then say, well, actually, what if I haven't breastfed for whatever reason? And that's fine. That's the point. It's all about creating conversation. So if you are breastfeeding friendly, or you are, I don't know, mum and baby friendly, pushchair friendly, anything to do with that kind of area, then make sure that you are promoting it. Make sure you're talking about it. Make sure you use that week. And here we've even got the hashtags for you. We've got the event URL because it's an event. We have got what it's all about, so you can take the content from it, and then you can use our new AI system to actually create content around World Breastfeeding Week. Another one is, I mean, this is kind of more regional, I'd like to think, really, but I love it. So it's Yorkshire Day 2023. So if you are based in Yorkshire, Why not celebrate Yorkshire Day? Why not talk about Yorkshire Day? You could talk about tea, you could talk about products, you could talk about the place, you could talk about things to do in Yorkshire. It might be that you're from Yorkshire and your business is elsewhere and you just want to celebrate it, or you might just really love Yorkshire. Who knows? I love Yorkshire and I go quite a lot, so that excites me. But again, it's thinking about family days out. It is thinking about the things that you can do around there. Are you a hotel? Are you a place around there that people would come to, or do you commute to and from there? Is it about travel? Are you a trading company? Doesn't matter. There are loads of different ways that you can get involved in the Yorkshire Day. And then last one I will talk about. Cycle to Work Day, absolute no-brainer. This is content for content's sake, ultimately. But so if you are any business and anyone cycles in your business, talk about it on Cycle to Work Day, the fact that they cycle to work, and honestly use our AI system to look at how many, I don't know, it might be road emissions that it saves on national Cycle to Work Day, for example. It might be how it reduces X for Y, the amount of energy that you can burn, or the calories that you can burn, sorry, and the energy that you can create, anything like that. It'll all be on the AI system. So literally just type it in and say, I want some content for National Cycle to Work Day, and it will physically generate it for you. And then you can say, this is Luke, he's 23 and he's our barista and he cycles to work every day. And so that does our little bit for the planet. Simple, simple, simple things. Equally, on the flip side, if you are a place that is your opportunity to talk about all of the cycle tracks that you've got, it is a good opportunity to engage with lots of businesses to see how many businesses will all do it. So you could do a place-wide campaign on it. If you are a shopping centre, you could talk about the fact that you've got an area outside of the centre, for example, where people can park their bikes. It could be part of your, it could be just part of your sort of overall environmental campaign as a business for the year. So there's other ways of doing it, but essentially what I'm doing, guys, is I'm giving you guys some ideas, but there are hundreds and hundreds of different campaigns, different days, different weeks. Some of them are a little bit more, what to say, silly than others. And then some are that you can just have loads of fun with. And then some are the ones that are, I guess, like much more kind of like hard hitting and much more about, something that you really believe in. So take a look through, guys, and make sure that, you've got this downloaded. And then remember, just use us for this kind of stuff. So if you have any problems at all with social media, this is the best place to be. So Mondays, you can come on to a webinar like this and learn how to use Maybe. Tuesdays, it's the social media basics. Wednesdays are the weekly best posts. So that's here. Thursday, we've got ads for beginners. Friday, we've got advanced ads. And then we've got loads and loads of training that we do every single week that I sit and create, that the rest of the team sit and create on everything. So we do case studies. We do how to do a thing, like how to make a reel, how to use hashtags properly, that kind of thing. It's all there on our on-demand system. And then obviously you've got the rest of your tools. You can schedule in, you can use advertising, you can do reporting, and you can learn from any competitor. So I guess the key takeaways for me today are be relevant and use content that meets people where they are. So thinking about innocent, that was just about the fact that there was a 10,000 bank holidays, sort of felt like that, 10,000 bank holidays. And that was them just poking a little bit of fun. And it was an opportunity to get people to tag in a friend. Thinking about cute and funny always works. So think about tails.com. So the dog, don't be afraid to get creative. Put your captions on your image. Canva and that kind of thing is there for a reason. So use it. Captions can poke fun. So have a little fun with it. And remember, tag. So thinking about the likes of your Ryanairs, thinking about your likes of, in fact, probably more Aldi on this one. Why not be tongue-in-cheek? Why not be fun? Why not poke fun at yourself, or or something that's happened that day, or poke fun at maybe I don't know, something that a customer has happened to say about you, but maybe that you've rectified. You've got to be clever with it, got to be careful with it, but yeah, you can 100% do it. Have fun with your image and make content taggable. It's essential on Instagram. So think about the corn. Think about, that was user generated content. Someone had tagged them in and they thought that was they thought that's an amazing comment. I 100% are going to do something with it. So they made that a taggable post because they said tag in a friend. They tagged in the person that created it, and then they talked about it on the main post. So it's just such a good idea. And then celebrate the wins. If you get, 1,000 followers, 100 followers, 1,000,000 followers, celebrate the wins in whichever way you choose. But honestly, I love the way the Ryanair do it. It's so clever. And then make sure that you set up your Maybe account and get started with us, guys, because that's what this is all about. Set up your account today and you can start learning from other brands. And yeah, basically you can do all of this. That's what we want to help you do. And then tomorrow, look out for an email from us with all the links in it. Plus you'll get like little bits of blogs from the rest of the team on everything from, any social media trends, how to use the AI system, any national days that are coming up, just anything you're stuck with. That's what we're all about. It's about getting more social media inspiration.